Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get into it. You're gonna have to excuse me this morning. I'm not feeling very well, so it might be a little slow to start. But in the pre-market, we had a bit of a sell-off. We had a gap down. We're gonna see if we're gonna fill the gap for a gap fill reversal, or if we're gonna gap and go. So we'll figure that out right now. We're gonna let some early candles play out for right now. Okay, so we have our 5 MA at 677. We want to see if we're going to grab liquidity off the 5. So for any puts, your safety puts are going to be underneath the 5. As of now, this is where your safety puts are going to be on a break retest of the 5. All right, so if the 5 is going to be in play, there's three patterns we want to look for. We want to look for either the break, retest, and reject. That's one setup for the puts. We want to look for the cup and handle off the 5, or we want to look for the immediate touch and go. So those are the 3 patterns we're looking for. We see barcoding candles early in the morning. All right, let's see what we got. We're below the water, starting our bull cycle on the 1 minute, so sideways. We're starting a bear cycle, but above the water on the 5 minute. On the 30 minute, we are below the water in a bull cycle, in a bear cycle. So first thing we're going to do today is see where they head, where they grab liquidity from, and then once they do a liquidity grab, we'll get an idea of direction. Okay, let's see if this little break of the pre-market algo, this right here, we want to see if this is going to be, if this is showing interest at a lower price, or if this right here is just a liquidity grab. So we're going to find out. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I'm a little slow today. Give me a moment. All right, if you're just tuning in, we're being a little bit patient right now. We're gonna let the market play out this this cycle. I'm not feeling too well, so I'm gonna be a little bit quiet today. But just give the market some time. It's gonna reveal itself, and we'll get to action. So far, what we're dealing with is let's just be patient here. We gotta wait for a pullback. We'll see how they react at 80.56. We're gonna see if they make 80.56 some type of support. We're gonna look for a break and retest. Okay, just be patient. I'll be right here. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet today. A little bit quiet, but I'll be here. So I can tell you right now, depending on your time frame, I believe this area right here to be a large area of liquidity. This is a big liquidity box here. This is my opinion, that this is a big, large area of liquidity. So we want to, our safeties are going to be somewhere above 680.56 for calls and somewhere below 77.95 for puts. So while we're in this range, you got to be careful, okay? You got to scalp while we're inside of this range. All right, so we're going to see if this move is going to be less aggressive. So if the angle of approach to our bull cycle, we're going to see if they just change the angle. So give it a second. We're not going to overstay our welcome today. I'm going to check on VWAP. All right, we're just testing VWAP right now. So let's see how they react to VWAP if they bounce off. All right, let's see if, without any algos, let's just see if we do this right here. The price is moving kind of quick today, so let me clean up this chart just a bit. Just be patient. Don't try to jump in. Just wait. You gotta wait till all this volatility to settle out. You gotta wait for all this volatility to settle out. Remember, this is our range in here. So if you're taking trades inside of, what is this, 80, 80.56, and 77.95, you gotta chase it. Let's see if they get under VWAP, retest and reject under VWAP, like this, which would close off that cup and handle. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. So let's see how they react underneath VWAP. So we want to see if, you know, on a scale, on a smaller scale, if we're going to get a break, retest, and reject under VWAP, which would also be our cup handle. So let's see. But again, under this red line, you still gotta chase this. You still gotta chase it because it's a very tight range. Okay, perfect. Didn't present itself. Perfect. That's why we take our time. Look, we know we have to break this liquidity right here. We know we have to break this liquidity. And even if it does, you know, you can't overstay your welcome. Small risk to reward on the break of this green, so. On the 5, they're still inside this magenta. So guide off the 5. Don't get involved in here. Don't get involved in here. Wait for that to break. Okay, protect your trade on the break of green. You gotta protect your trade. Okay, look, you've had enough time on the break of this, on the break, retest, and reject of this green. You've had enough time to protect your trade. Your trade is protected now, right? You can't lose from here. So this is where you employ your exit strategy. We had our entry, right? Our entry was on green. Our entry's on green. Now you're working on your exit strategy. Okay, good. Protect your trade. Good job. Now just go level by level. Once we get over a level, you cover, you adjust your stop. Let's go. Come on, keep printing. It's printing for us right now. There it is. There it is. Here's our call out on the break of green, right? Look at the money we just printed. Even though I don't feel well, look at the money we just printed. There it is. There it goes. I think we were like what? A couple cents off of the perfect entry, but I think we did good here. I think we did good. I think we did real good here. Look at the money we're printing right now. There it is. If you're on YouTube and you're interested in learning how to trade with us, you have to send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. We already posted our first win. We already posted our first win. It's right here on the break of our green. Look at the money we just printed. Oh man, look at this run. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh boy, would you look at that? Look at that touch. Look at that perfect touch. Come on. Let's see what it's got. Let's see what they got. Man, I want to be wrong on this. I want to be wrong right here so bad. Oh man, I want to be wrong right here so bad. I want this thing to keep going. Let's go. Let's go fill the gap. All right, this was a good trade. This is a nice, easy trade. Look at this. This is great. This is what we like. This is what we like. And look, strong green movement. Look, 2 red, green push. Does everyone see what I'm talking about? You see the strong movement, the 2 red, and then the push up? Discord, everyone see that? Everyone see it? Pay attention to this pattern. Now you know what to look for. You remember I'm always talking about it. Now you know what to look for. Doesn't happen all the time. But when you see something like this, especially on the break of our key level, this was a really good day to start the week, or a really good way to start the week. Monday's usually a good day to start the week too, but this was a good day. All right, that was a good move. This one got me. There's no way I'm sticking around for this. This one got me, obviously, but it's fine. If it continues, it continues. We'll see if it continues inside of this magenta. This one got me, though. It's okay. I'll take my quick early win. Okay, Discord, this is a really good example of the liquidity box, right? So here's our liquidity box that I drew, the gray shadow box. I want you to look at the break, the retest, and the reject of the liquidity box itself. This was actually a break, retest, reject of the liquidity box. So when I'm telling you to wait for the break of the liquidity box, you see why. Sometimes you just gotta wait for that liquidity to break. And it doesn't make sense to get in while you're still in the box, because that's where all the liquidity is. You gotta wait to see who wins. Unless you know something I don't. And in that case, quit being greedy, share the secrets. Okay, my runner's got another got a second shot at the apple, or second bite at the apple. So we're gonna see if these runners can get anywhere. I'm only gonna break these up into 2 separate tranches. So my first set was taken out here. If I get, let me move my second set. I'll move my second set to underneath. If it gets taken out, it gets taken out. Okay, let's see if they have a weak bear cycle while still above 80.56, and let's see if they go into that bull cycle like this. Because look, if this thing turns around and this was the head, if this thing turns around from right here and this was the head and this ends up being the shoulder, you gotta donate my brain to science. You just have to do it. Even if I'm like hesitant, just do it. It's probably better. I was telling you last week, don't panic. Do not panic. If you start panicking, you're gonna ruin your psychology. Just a little bit of confidence in this will take you a long way. Just some confidence. Okay, look, if you here's the proof that it's the real deal. If you know anybody else on the internet that knew that there was going to be a pullback at exactly, what is this price? 81.89. If you know someone on the internet, you know what? If you knew anybody in the world, you know what? in the universe, if you know anybody in the universe that told you we're gonna have a pullback right here at 81.88, or the, this little number right here, you need to go join their Discord. Shit, I need to go join their Discord. You're not getting this type of precision just anywhere, is it? Good luck. Good luck. That's all I got to say. And there's still going to be people who are afraid. They're going to sit on the sidelines trying to make money on YouTube, which is fine. It's possible, but you're not achieving your true potential. It's just what it is. This is a beautiful part about this Discord. We already know what we're looking. We already know what our setup is. We already know, right? We know what our call scenario looks like, and we know what our put scenario looks like. Very simple. Now, how much money you make on a play, I can't control that. That's on you. You need to figure that out. And you figure that out by working on your exit strategy. Now look what's gonna happen. Our next entry is gonna happen. I'm gonna start saying, wow, look at the money we printed. And then the YouTube's gonna be like, well, what? How? When did that happen? You gotta join the Discord. We already know what to expect. We already know what we're waiting for each direction. And then I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say, look at the money we're printing. And you're gonna be like, when? When did that happen? And then you're gonna get frustrated. Well, why am I watching this guy? I don't even know what's going on. You got to join the Discord. It's free for a day. Try it. It's only $100 a month, and that's going to change. So starting 26, it's going to change. I'm going to increase the price. It's because I have to. It's because I have to. Doesn't even matter what the reason is. It doesn't even matter what the reason is. The price is going to go up. It's a valuable product. So if you find value in it, you'll join me on the journey. I'm still here. I'm just being quiet. Let's see. Let's let this lick box settle itself out now. We're gonna look for the microstructure to tell us the direction. All right, we want to look for a building green and break a purple on the 5 minute. On our 5 minute, we want to look for a building green and a break a purple. I believe purple is our macro, and we might have a secondary liquidity right there. Okay, Discord, those are your setups, okay? So now we know. These are your setups, Discord. If it's on the 5 minute. If you're not in the Discord, it's gonna be very difficult to trade for the next, I don't know, maybe hour or two. Because you don't have access to the 5 minute chart. The 5 minute chart is where we do all of our trading. I'm gonna try to match our 5 and 1 minute a little bit better. Okay, let's just be patient here, right? This is where you have to wait for your setup. Don't front run it. Just wait for whatever needs to happen to happen. We have our criteria, just wait. You know what's crazy annoying? This just took out my runners. Still profit, but this just took out my runners, and it touched the runners, stopped them out, and then turned green. Oh man, if it continues up, now I'll be upset. It just enough to stop me out. Oh my goodness. Don't they always do that? How do they know? How do they know? How do they know? Just enough to stop me out. Amazing. Amazing. Like to the penny to stop me out. Man. Okay. Touché, stock market. Touché. It's all good. Waiting for the next setup then. Oh man, look, you don't understand. Like by a hair of a fraction of a pixel, this thing stopped me out. By a pixel. Oh god, it hurts. 1 pixel. 1 pixel stopped me out. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna quit complaining now. Okay, so for those who question or who, you know, genuinely just have the question of, well, LiveSpy, where do you put your stops and when do you get out and yada yada yada. I know people that would be, you think that that's information that's proprietary, I'm not sharing, but the truth is that I just go level by level. So I wait till support's formed before I moved my stop. It got the best of me on this one. So, you know, level by level, I tried to do it. By a pixel, it stopped me out. So I'm gonna have to live with that. But we stick to the rules, stick to the strategy. I know that I'm better off surviving this drawdown based on the strategy. I'm better off surviving this drawdown and allowing the price to do what it needs to do than stopping myself out. Now, in this instance, you know, you're talking about a pixel, a penny, a cent that stopped me out. Otherwise, I'd still be in this play. So now you know my risk tolerance. If I feel strong on a play, you know, I don't want to say vibes. I'm not going to say that. But we had a good look, especially here, when we saw this little dance right here. So I felt good on it. I knew I was going to go in with multiple contracts. I took profit where I should have on my first set, and then I let my runners run, and then this candle right here, this candle got me. You know, I got stopped out for profit still, but all my contracts are done. I don't have any more runners, so now I'm just waiting for the next setup. Look, we already know one of these two things is going to happen. Now, how you play it, that's on you. So wait for your triggers for your confirmation and then follow your exit strategy. I'm gonna clean up the chart. I'm gonna remove this green line. This is our initial entry for the call, right? So this was a big win. This was a big win on this call. So I'm just removing this line because that's what it signified. So I'm cleaning up the chart here. We don't need that. Excuse me, sorry. Look at our 5-minute chart. We've plotted this out for I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long we've plotted this out. The Discord was fully aware of what to expect here. This is on our 5-minute chart. If you're on YouTube and you're trying to trade and you want to make this a thing, it's very difficult to try to do this without this 5-minute chart. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's very difficult. And what I am saying is I understand what you're going through. You have this dream of day trading. You have a dream of taking care of your family. I understand all these things. But what you don't understand is that your method to success, your logic is slightly skewed. Your logic is slightly skewed. Because you think that in the stock market, day trading, success can be acquired for free. And that's not a thing. It's always going to cost to be the boss. It's always going to cost to be the boss. And if you're younger, it's a good lesson to learn right now. It's a good lesson to learn. Now let's see if we reject under VWAP. If we reject under VWAP and that shoulder at the same time, maybe that's confluence. But then we're back inside the range. So you can't overstay your welcome. So your safety puts somewhere under here, and then you gotta chase it to key level, and then chase it to, what is this thing called? The MA. Give it a second. I'll inform you guys. Give me 1 second. Look at the money that we just printed. Look at the money. How long ago did I put this head and shoulder? How long ago did I do this? Look at the money we just printed. On the break. Look at the shoulder. Also coincided with the break. Look. The secondary liquidity didn't get us, so this is a win. Look, look at the money. Look at the money we just printed. Right here, underneath. Look at that money. Here's our flexion on our 5-minute chart at 80.39. It went down to 79.60. There's nothing more I can do. I've done my job. I'll let you know where the setups are. Just give me a second. Don't get ahead of me. Don't worry. I'll set you up. You're gonna know ahead of time. Just give me 1 second. Let me work a little bit. All right, so for calls, we're gonna look to see if this is a liquidity grab right here. And then to answer your question, a BRR of 80.56 does sound appealing, right? A solid break and retest though. So it needs to be deep structure. Otherwise, we're gonna look for liquidity underneath VWAP. Look, I don't know how many people are watching right now, but what we cannot say is that I don't even know how long ago. You're talking about, what time is it now? Maybe 30 minutes ago, at least 20 minutes ago, we already laid out this head and shoulders. We already laid out these flexion points maybe 30 minutes ago. Look, we already did all this 30 minutes ago. This is all old news to us. So if you're on YouTube trying to trade and you're trying to make this a thing, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball. It's going to be very difficult. All right, let's see if we grab this liquidity off of VWAP. We've had a hard time respecting the algos. We've been going off of key levels today and paths, but they're here. They're just having a really hard time. There it is. Protect your trade. Protect your trade. Don't overstay your welcome. I told you, while you're inside this range, you got to chase everything. Your trade's protected. Now don't overstay your welcome. You're inside of the range. If you're waiting for okay. Okay, it's official. I think we can donate my brain to science now, right? Is it official? I know, against my own. Go ahead. I'm giving you the permission. Go ahead and donate my brain to science. It's almost like we knew 45 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago exactly what would happen, where it would happen, damn near when it would happen, damn near when. Look at the money we just printed. Look at this 5-minute chart. This is old information. The Discord already knew. Look, I don't even know. There's nothing more I can say. I'm still amazed. I'm still amazed. Okay, let's see how we react to VWAP and orange. So let's see if it gets strength to break orange, to retest VWAP, and the shoot up. Ideally, we'd like to take out more liquidity than that, right? We'd like to take out more liquidity than that, ideally. And then maybe VWAP will be up here by then. But we're in orange until we're not. So if you've been following my strategy that's in the Discord, that's readily available, you know that on the break, retest, reject of this shoulder would be our entry, and we're still in our position because none of our exits have triggered yet. We're still in it because none of the exits have triggered, right? Because I told you a long time ago, number one, look, there's nothing more I can look what I did 45 minutes ago. Look at this flexion point that I drew. I told you the head was gonna be here. I told you the shoulder was gonna be here. No one can tell me otherwise because it's all done live in real time. I told you it was gonna reject underneath VWAP right here. I'm telling you in real time the answers to the test. And there's gonna be people that are still hesitant to send me an email. And then you're gonna wonder why you're not successful in the stock market. This is why. This is why, because you don't trust yourself. The question isn't whether you trust me or not. I've proven myself. I do it every day. Look at this money we printed. Look, every single leg of this move was called out well in advance. Look at my 5-minute chart. You can't make it up. It's all done live and in real time. Look at the money we printed. Come on now, get out of here. I'm the best on the internet. I am the best. It's done. No one is doing this. No one is doing it. Look at the flexion point. Look at the flexion point. It doesn't exist in real life except for here. Pinch yourself. This is not a dream. It's happening. Look at the money we just printed. Look at it go. You're welcome. I love you too. That's an aggressive, angry I love you, but tough love, that's what it is. Look at the money we printed. Good job, Discord. Excellent job. Right to the target. It doesn't get any better. It simply just doesn't. I feel great, man. I feel great. Yeah, I gotta go to the doctor in a little bit, but I feel fine now. Oh my goodness. Look, I mean, I don't know what to say. Everyone just saw me do this in real time. There's no gimmicks here. Look, you need to rewind the tape. I want everyone, you don't have to, but this is me gloating. Y'all know I love the gloat. You know I'm a gloater. But when I'm gloating, it's probably a good thing for us. All right, look, same thing, right? If it wants to head up, we want to grab liquidity off VWAP like this. Safe, you know what? Wait till you get above 80.56. Mr. Alvaro, I believe, had the question about 80.56, and well done, my friend. Well done. Someone's learning. Someone's learning. And I told you, it just takes time. You're gonna get there. It just takes time. You're gonna recognize the patterns. Now you're starting to trust me out, Mr. Alvaro from Spain. Good morning from Spain, good afternoon, whatever time it is right there. But I told you what happened, brother. And I know it takes time, and I'm just a voice on the other end of the computer, and you have no idea what, you know, but you took the chance, you made the effort, and you're getting the rewards for it. So good for you, man. You earned every cent. You earned it all. You know, just do me a favor. Don't give it back to the market. Don't overstay your welcome. I told you, once you're inside this range, do not overstay your welcome. Take your money. This is why. But look, we're still in orange. You're still in orange until you're not, so. And look, we know we have we're up against a liquidity box right here. We already know this. Come on, Discord. Come on, Discord. It's too easy for us. And look where the flexion on top of, look where the break and retest. This is just me eyeing it out, drawing it, right? You guys know I'm just eyeing this out, drawing it. But, you know, the flexion, it would be technically above our lick box. Now I know it seems like, I don't know. I get it. It seems like sorcery. It just so happens to line up like that. I don't know what to tell you. Get out of my face. It just works like that. We know where the liquidity is in here. We know where we are in liquidity. We know exactly where we are. This is why this trading strategy is to me, it's the best. We know where our risks are. We know where the money is. Now, how much money? I don't know. We don't know when the price is going to stop and turn around because we don't know where the orders are, right? Excuse me. We know where the orders are. We don't know who's going to win. We know where the entries are. You know, how much money to collect? That's on you. Now we know there should be a dance on VWAP unless they go right through, but it should be a dance on VWAP. So let's see if we break orange, break VWAP, break, retest, and then start to reject. So if this shoulder right here underneath VWAP stopped you out on key level, now you're waiting for your next setup. We already know what to look for. Oh, this 5-minute chart, straight fire. Absolutely amazing. This is what we want to look out for now, right? Now to confirm if we have some downward momentum, to confirm it, right? To make sure we're not going to get stopped out, this is what you want to look for. Here, I'm going to mute YouTube really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but whether we have VWAP or not, whether we have VWAP on the 1 minute visible or not, isn't it interesting how we always know where the liquidity is, with or without VWAP, just by using our algorithm? We already know where VWAP is pretty much, just by using our algorithm. Now, for everyone on YouTube, in LiveSPYTrading Discord, we don't trade off of indicators, right? We don't use the indicators to take trades. And I know on this shoulder, I had drawn it, and it just so happened to line up with VWAP, because VWAP was not there at the time. Trust me. Rewind the tape. That just so happened to work out. Just to clarify, in LiveSPYTrading, we do not trade off of indicators. There would be no reason to have people contribute to learning and try to understand the stock market if it was all about indicators, right? No one would need me if you're just using indicators. Everyone would already be a genius and filthy rich. If indicators was the answer, you know, the stock market wouldn't be a thing that people like to use for profit, because anything that's valuable is going to be hard to obtain. Now, I'm not a big fan of this green, but it's all we have to work with. I'll tell you right now, they're not, the market, it's fading in and out of, they're not really respecting the algos. It's close, but they're not respecting it the way, you know, like last week, the end of last week, every single algorithm was respected like perfectly. It was almost too good to be true, but let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Give me a second. I'm just gonna focus really quick. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Look, my Discord already knows right here the pattern we want to see. We already know what we want to see. This is why we are we're strong. We're a strong community. We already know. Some of you have only been here for maybe days, and you already have insightful technical analysis. You know, I'm sure you came with your own experience. It's not like you joined LST and all of a sudden now you're a stock market genius in 2 days. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you've made progress. You've made progress, and that is a remarkable feat, right? To have the courage, number one, to ask the question. Number two, to be right. Great for you, man. Good for you. You're learning. And you're only going to get better when time goes on. I'm pretty sure the OGs in here, they can tell you, I've only gotten better myself. I've only gotten better. I've only made this easier. You know, we all started together many months ago, and it wasn't like this, right? It wasn't as cut and dry. It wasn't as, you know, it is what it is. I think we've grown to be a lot less emotional and a lot more robotic, which is good, believe it or not. I think we've acquired these skills throughout this time we've been day trading live. Give me 1 second. I want to break this. 56. You know what? People that are quick with the memes, I have a deep respect for. I have a deep respect for people that are quick with the memes like that. How can you come up with these memes? Like, it's like you're giving us an insight into the windows of your soul. How do we know? Like, you're very good at your memes or GIFs. These are GIFs, right? You're very good at those. It's like you always have the right GIF for the right moment. And you're quick with it. You're very quick with it. Mr. Alvaro, do you see why 80.56 was? It's important we don't front run, right? It's very important. Here's the reason why. We know the liquidity is built up between, look, here's a lick box here, and here's a lick box here. We're in between those lick boxes, right? We're in between them. So let one of them, one or the other. It's gonna happen. We're right next to VWAP. There's a lot of liquidity here. You know what your call scenario is, you know what your put scenario is. Until then, you're in this range. Very simple. Very easy. Now, we did break orange. I would have preferred to break orange above 80.56. I would have preferred to be above 80.56 on the break of orange. It would give me a little bit more confidence in the momentum up. So 80.56 I think is a line in the sand to some degree, and I think there's money to be made on 80.56. We're just gonna watch out for the stop hunt. We're gonna watch out for the stop hunt by waiting for a BRR, a break and retest. So it's currently trading on the top of the lick box. So let's see if they do a little dance here to push it up. We want to see a quick move, right? Like this, a quick move. When it's just doing this, you gotta wait. You gotta stay to the sideline. But this is also good because they're building up the liquidity, which means whenever they pick a direction, it's less likely that you're gonna be late on the move. The more they build up like this, it's less likely you're gonna be late. So don't think you're gonna be late. So look, here we are. One of two things is going to happen, and we've already drawn it out, but I'll give you another visualization so you can see it. It's either going to be like this, look. So you see we're at our 50-50 right here. This is our 50-50. Allow what needs to happen to happen. Am I having a stroke? I can't do this. I think I'm having a what the heck? Why is this doing this? Bro, am I having a stroke? Why? I've been trying to draw a godforsaken line for I don't know how long. What the heck? What the heck? Oh man, look, man, I got so focused on... Okay, here we go. Protect your trade, Discord. Mr. Alvaro, BRR would be the most ideal, right? So it's always going to be a thing. Whenever it's going to be a break of something, you got two options. Either you take the trade and you chase it, or you wait for the retest. Now, if you're waiting for the retest, the risk you're taking is the opportunity loss, meaning you had the opportunity to make the money, but the price ran away from you. So it's a thing. We got to figure it out. Ideally, a break, retest, reject of 80.56, just like you said, would be the ideal. What we have to watch out for is if it runs. If it just runs without you, nothing you can do about that. Look at the money that's been printed. Look at the money that's been printed. Look. Our put entry was on the what was on the break of this red, right? Our put entry, this is our put entry. This above VWAP. Remember, if it was breaking orange, breaking VWAP, breaking key level, remember we did all this? Remember, above the lick box? Remember, I said it's trading on the top of the lick box? Remember I said that? Look at the money that's been printed. Wait for your weak bear cycle. We had too many triggers. We had too many, right? First of all, we know we're not getting any puts until red, right? So that wasn't even an issue. The only other option we had was calls on the break of orange, calls on the break of VWAP, calls above 80.56. This was the only option we had. The put was down here, right? And then, you know, let's say you wanted to do the build in green and then break a yellow. If you wanted to do that one, I could see that. I wouldn't have overstayed my welcome. I definitely wouldn't have overstayed my welcome on the break of this yellow here, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we had a pullback. I'm gonna move my stop to underneath this this pullback. We're gonna see if it's gonna be strong green to red and then more green continuing. Look, the last thing I said before this play was, you're not going to be late. I said, whenever they're building up liquidity like this sideways, and they break this liquidity box, you're not going to be late. Don't worry about it. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. I told everybody. It's all live. It's all recorded. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. If not, you're going to be stuck on your own by yourself trading in a corner, drinking natural ice, adult beverage, in a trailer. So this is just a prophecy that I've been told, that if you don't send me an email, that Budweiser, Marlboro Red 100s, and Lucy cigarettes are on your horizon. Oh, and I was also told something about the trailer park suite. I want to see another big movement here, we need to get another big movement so I can move my stop, right? Because I'm underneath this this wick right here. So I want to find another safety point, another pullback to move my stop. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. Now, sometimes I'm not like very stringent, like, you know, if I see price action that I don't like, maybe I'll move it. I'll start inching it, you know, dollar here, dollar there, but not too tight. But that's just the human being in me. You know, when you just want to stop the bleeding. Because sometimes we'll see a candle build and we think it's going to go one way, and then the last 10 seconds it wicks and goes the exact opposite direction. So stuff like that, you know, that's just being a human. You think you know what's going to happen, and then it changes up on you. So for calls, for any more calls, if you're not already in it, we're going to wait for a week bear cycle and then continuation. If you don't know what a week bear cycle is, you got to join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. Let's do a quick recap. Today was a phenomenal day, as per usual. All right, look, for YouTube, our first entry was, we actually had another line here, and it was green. We had another green line. It was like somewhere like this. This is our first entry on a call. That was a big win for us. Our put entry was over here on a put. I actually drew a flexion for the head here, so if you're brave, you could have took that one right there. And I drew it to perfection, to the penny. So this is our put scenario here, and then our call scenario was just right here. Right here. So we had a call, a put, and another call. Everything I'm saying is being recorded. It's all live and in real time. And if you don't believe me, you can go into the Discord and check for yourself. It's free for a day, and then you gotta pay. You know, when I first started, I felt a little timid to ask people for money, right? That's because that's what it feels like, right? You're asking people for money. And in some cases, you kind of feel like you're begging, and it makes you feel weird, right? Especially if you don't like need the money, and you're sitting here like, it sounds like you're begging people for money. It's very difficult if you're not used to this. And I'm not like a tech guy, stream guy, and I'm kind of old too. So it's a little uncomfortable to ask people for money like that, or to tell them, unless you give money, you can't hang out. I know that's a weird thing. Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. Okay, so, you know, I used to be timid to talk about the money aspect, but hey, look, it's a reality of life. It is a reality of life. Hold on, let me adjust this. And I feel confident now because we have a great product. We have a great product. And it's a product that you know, another thing, I used to be afraid to tell people, hey, you know, join my Discord. I think it'll be beneficial for you, because I was afraid that I would be the reason why people lost money. This is a big fear that I have, or I used to have, right? when I first started. And I'm like, well, what if I lose it? What if I just lose the ability? I don't know, because it came to me in a dream, and that's not a lie. That's a true story. It came to me in a dream, and I was like, well, what if it just leaves me in a dream too? So, you know, I had these irrational fears. But getting back to the story, I know we have a solid product. I know that this is beneficial for a lot of people, and you don't have to believe me. The data's on the internet. You can prove it to yourself. And I used to be afraid to tell people join, you know, because I don't want you to lose money, but I'm afraid, but I think it's a good thing. Now I know. Now I know we got a good thing here. We got a good thing. And I'm not afraid to request for the compensation, right? Because the skills we're getting here, I mean, honestly, $100 for a month for the money that's being made in minutes, actual minute, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad anymore. So, and if you're interested in learning how to day trade, it's gonna cost you, right? Nothing's for free. It costs to be the boss. If it costs me, it's gonna cost you. We're not that different. Me and you are probably more similar than we are different. And because of that, I had to pay the price. You got to pay the price too. But when you do pay the price and you make it and you become successful and the dreams are happening, it feels 10 times better because you knew you earned your stripes. If you're sitting here trying to do this off of YouTube, it's very difficult. Good luck. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's difficult. The YouTube, the Discord members, we have very far advanced notice on our 5-minute chart. I mean, very far advanced notice. And the setups, right? For example, the setup on the put, we were at VWAP. The setup for puts is red. The setup for calls was above. We had a criteria, right? It was break of this orange. Because I said if you're in orange until you're not. Now you know what it means. So it was a break of this orange, the break of VWAP, the break of key level. We had 3 opportunities to get in on calls. The put scenario was here. This is called stress-free trading. Stress-free. And look, here's the thing. If the trade didn't work out, oh well. We have our stops adjusted properly. And then, if we do get stopped out for a loss, that only reveals where the money is. I'm adjusting my stop now. If I get taken out here, I get taken out. I'm on dotted line. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. I'm making a decision right now if I should. Never mind, that decision was made for me. Oh, that's funny. All right, it stopped me out. I was talking too much instead of doing what I needed to do. And okay, listen, it's hard to trade and to teach. It's hard to chart, trade, teach. It's hard to do this. It's not easy. Yeah, I just got stopped out too. I was trying to talk everyone through my psychology here, and then in the middle of me talking, it just got me. So it happens, right? Here's the thing. We did our job. We took our entries. We held for our exit. The exit strategy actually was perfect. The exit strategy was perfect. That's why I started to tighten my stop, and I'm glad I did. And if this shoots up right now, oh well. I knew the risk I was willing to take, and I'm not going to be mad about it now. I already settled where I wanted to take money. That's what I'm telling you. I can tell you where the money is. How much? That's up to you. So I already figured out where I'm comfortable with taking money, and it stopped me out. This candle stopped me out. So okay, now we're gonna wait for the next setup. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm gonna walk around and get some blood flowing. I'm gonna mark out high day really quick before I go. I'm gonna walk around for a bit. I'm gonna circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Look, Discord, don't front run orange, okay? We're in orange until we're not, again. Don't front run orange. You see orange over here? We're in orange again. Don't front run it. You're in orange until you're not, right? So if you're going down, you're down until you're not. VWAP's holding liquidity. So don't get fooled by key level. You gotta go off of VWAP right here. Again, inside, underneath, what is this? 80.56 and 78.76. If you're taking trades in here, you're comfortable with the price. You're okay with the exchange of buying in here, right? Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. All right, so we're still in orange until we're not. I do have this orange highlighted at 2. On the break of this orange, we're gonna have to measure risk to reward to high a day. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. You see the liquidity box? That's our liquidity box right now. If you took the break of yellow, you got to protect your trade because it's already on VWAP, right? If we can't break VWAP right here, then it might form a secondary liquidity. So let's see if we break convincingly VWAP, or if it's going to form a secondary liquidity to get us going up this yellow. Let it break the lick box. Just let it break the lick box. Don't front run this. We're still in orange until we're not in orange, right? We're still in orange until we're not. Even if the price spikes up all the way up here, we're still in orange until we're not. Even if you get a big momentum candle all the way up, don't front run it. Okay, let's see what we got. I want to get above this lick box. Let's see if we can get above this lick box here, above this dotted line, because technically we're below the water, so we got to watch out for a weak bull cycle here. Technically we're below the water. Let's see what we got. See if we can scrape our 30 cents. We got to break above this dotted line. on, let's go. I'm still here, I'm just being quiet. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I was on a call. I'm gonna have to get out of here soon, but let's go ahead and break down this play. This was an amazing play. DJ, I'm gonna answer you in a second. Give me a second. Let me just break down this play for the YouTube. Here we go. So our entry was on this last play on the break of our orange line, trend line. We have it highlighted as a 2. Our entry was on the break of orange. We embrace the retrace. You hold for the retracement. First of all, your stop should have been below your last low, right? So it should have been down here. If you want to be a little conservative, you could have done at least this red 1119 candle. Put your stop down here. Anyways, you take your call here, you embrace the retrace, and then you implement your exit strategy. Don't forget, rewind the tape. Everyone pay attention, rewind the tape. I told you that if we can't get below VWAP, then that means that we're gonna form a secondary liquidity on yellow. You have to remember this. This is why there's a secondary liquidity here. And I said, if we form a secondary liquidity, then it's gonna travel up yellow. Look at the precision. You have to rewind the tape. All of that happened. All of it happened perfectly. Rewind the tape. I said at 11:16 around here, if we can't get a rejection under VWAP and break this liquidity box, then start thinking the other way. I highlighted orange for our call entry. This is a winner. Big win. I did my job today. Look at the precision. Look at the bolt, right? Look at the price point of the bolt. It's you know, I was a little bit, a couple cents off here. Let's see. 47. 17 cents off on the flexion. 17 cents off on the flexion point. And 32. And about 11 or 12 cents off to the target. Right? This is all done live in real time in front of your face. Now, you see all the liquidity built up in orange. You can't let 1 or 2 red candles scare you out. You have to understand that once this liquidity gets broken, you got some strength on your side. Okay? Now, I have a doctor's appointment in a little bit, so I got to get out of here shortly. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, this is our 5-minute chart. If you're not in the Discord, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. Okay, let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Let's look how long has this information been on the screen. We knew at the 1035 candle that our entry for puts was going to be on the break of this purple, and I have it highlighted with a 2. We knew at the 1110 candle to watch for the retrace and the reject. This has been, look at our 5-minute chart. Discord, look at the 5-minute chart. It does not get any better than this. This is absolute perfection. Look at this 5-minute chart. So if you're on YouTube and you're trying to learn how to day trade, or you want to make this a thing, and you're trying to shortchange yourself by saving $100 in a month, and you're trying to learn how to day trade, and $100 is too much, this is not the game for you. I'll tell you that right now. This is not the game for you. Or if you don't believe in yourself, you're willing to spend $100 on God knows what, but you're not willing to spend $100 on yourself. It's not like you don't see that I have a proven record. It's not like you don't see it, right? But you're still not willing to break open the wallet because you're afraid. Stay afraid. No risk, no reward. We're not looking for puts until somewhere down here. Right? We don't want to fight the trend. If we get down here below 80.56, then we're going to start looking for it. Otherwise, we're not going to break this trend. I got another few minutes on here, and then I'm going to call it for the day. So we had a great day. I'm going to take these next few minutes to do some admin. So I'm going to borrow the chart. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna do a recap of our wins for the day for the YouTube. Here we go. This morning we had a verbal call out right here for a break and retest of a level. This is our first play for the day. This was a call right here at this point. This is a big win. The next play we had was a put under VWAP right here. This was an excellent play as well. This one went exactly to key level. Our next play was right here, again on the break of VWAP, and then a second entry opportunity on the break of this. This was green at the time, or this was actually a key level at the time. And then our final play was right here on the break of our orange. So we had 1, 2, 3, about 4 wins for the day. 4 wins for the day, easy plays. This second candle gave me a little bit of, made me a little nauseous, but then, you know, we stuck to the strategy and it was a big win. So, and hopefully I helped out the Discord when I stepped in and said, you know, are you following your exit strategy? Are you holding? Can you survive for the weak bear? Remember, hold on, let me see when I said it. Let me see when I said it. Dang, I can't find it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I typed it in the Discord. I could be wrong. Okay, I'm obviously mistaken. I thought I typed it in the Discord. But I'm old. What's your excuse? Okay, did I say it verbally? Okay. I could have swore I typed it. My bad. Don't get old. Look, I told you. Are you going to be able to hold for the weak bear cycle? Here's the weak bear cycle. So our entry was on orange. We held, we embraced the retrace. We knew secondary liquidity was going to set us up to hold us inside of secondary liquidity. And I asked at some point, who's going to be able to hold for the weak bear cycle? Here's the weak bear cycle playing out. So eventually with time, you'll see the pattern and you'll realize the red candles, they're not that scary. They're not going to be scary because we have a strategy. We have a strategy that works, right? So these candles are not going to be scary. You'll know. Like, why do you think I'm telling you when you see red candles? I know what you're thinking, and I'm telling you, hey, look, are you following your strategy? Are you going to be able to hold? Now you see, you're experiencing what happens. It doesn't mean it's going to happen every time, right? It's all based off probabilities. What is most likely to happen? That's how we take trades. What is most likely to happen? Because we don't know. We don't know. But we do know is that if we follow our strategy, this is the best opportunity for success. How do we know that? We have data. We have all the data to prove it. It's all recorded live on YouTube. It's all recorded. Go into my YouTube channel, go to the live section, go to the playlist, click through, see for yourself. It's not a gimmick, it's not a scheme. And if you're sitting there by yourself alone trying to day trade, sweaty with your wife beater, you got yellow armpit stains on your wife beater, you got old Diet Coke, which you didn't realize was actually a spit cup, and then you take a sip out of it, and you're sitting here trying to day trade on YouTube, shortchanging yourself. Join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'm gonna get you sorted. You're gonna be fine. That's funny. All right, let's look at our 30-minute chart. Here we go. We had a pink ranger today. Our pink ranger, absolute winner. Look at the pink ranger. Look at pink ranger, absolute winner. You love to see it. Let's see. All right, just so everyone is, so we understand what's happening right now. Let's look at our trading plan. We're gonna go to our micro cup and handle, and you can see on our micro cup and handle, we played today absolutely perfect, right? None of this was a surprise to us. This is all on our trading plan. The trading plan from, when was it? About 20 minutes before the market, 15 minutes before the market opened. We already knew what was going to happen. We knew how to prepare for this day. Okay. Oh, dang. I have to get out of here soon. I have to get out of here shortly. I actually do. Okay. That's been my time. I've done enough gloating for today. Today's been actually a phenomenal day. Today's been absolutely phenomenal. We do this every day. There's no surprise here. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. A quick recap on our wins. We had a call at around 9:51 for the big win. We had a put at around 10:26 for a big win. We had another call at around 10:50 for a big win. And then the last play we're currently in is a call at 11:22. So if you don't believe me, go rewind the tape. You don't have to believe me. It's all there for you to see for yourself. But today's been an excellent day. We're going to do it again tomorrow. I'm going to set up my Discord members for when I leave. Give me a second. Okay, YouTube has been a pleasure. You have a good day. Goodbye.